And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gem in the Crypto, episode 897. Today is Wednesday. Is it today Wednesday? Goodness gracious, February 23rd, 2022. And I'm King.
I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10ish.
At 10ish. And today's top story is regulator in Canada warns crypto exchanges not to promote self-custodial wallets is being reported. Frozen Bitcoin tied to Canadian protests lands at Coinbase and Crypto.com. Crypto is not criminal. U.S. Secret Service launches Crypto Awareness Hub. And last but not least, Mexican senator to propose crypto law. We need Bitcoin as legal tender. But first and foremost, Bitcoin Zay, what is going on with those prices?
Oh, yeah. So let's take a look at our prices for today. Bitcoin's at $38,760, up 1.5%. Ethereum at $2,704, up 2.6%. Binance Coin at $376 is up 2.3%. XRP sitting at 72 cents, up 2% today. Cardano 92 cents, up 4.3%. Solana $90, up 4% today. Terra Luna at 59.08, up 9.6%. And rounding out the top 10 is AVAX at 79.93, is up 8.2%. And our biggest gainers are Australian crypto coin green. Oh man, up 720% today. MetaPay up 369%, and Meta Dragon City up 328%. So these are our biggest gainers for today. I'll be interested to see what the hell Australian crypto coin green actually does. But I'm sure a few people will look that up themselves.
There it is. All right. I'm assuming we are getting the ban today and throttled back because so far only 30 people have joined the chat, which is crazy. The number's been better than as of late. But really quick, what's going on? Michael Kennedy, Chappie, Cigar Ho, Sylvester, BK Crypto, Wyatt, Try It, Wendy, Mr. G, the recycling guy. What's going on? Good morning, everyone. Make sure you come in and smash that like and share. Oh, yeah, we definitely be in shadow ban today. I haven't seen it stay this low in forever. It's still at 30. All good. The emails will come when the emails come. Let's go ahead and jump into the top story of the day. Did you hear that really quick, Zay? You did. You're muted right now.
Oh yeah. What's up?
Okay, I got to fix this in because I didn't even hear it on my end. All right, top story of the day. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Regulator in Canada warns crypto exchanges not to promote self-custodial wallets is being reported. That is right. Crazy news is happening right in front of us. Forget shots being fired. Like the battle is ongoing. The Ontario Securities Commission sent tweets from Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong and Kraken CEO Jesse Powell to the Canadian police. That is right. They literally took some tweets and showed the police and said, "Look at what they did to me digitally. They have I don't even know the words. They have ravaged me digitally. What's going on with the Canadian Securities Commission and why they calling the cops on people on Twitter?"
Oh, yeah. So Canada has turned into an authoritarian state, if you haven't noticed. And one of the things that they're doing, trying to cut off the funds that are available to the truckers' protest. And what has happened is that the Bitcoin side of things for raising money has shown that sending it to truckers is much easier. However, tweets from the CEO of Coinbase and Kraken that advocated self-custody of digital assets are being looked at by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Niggas on horses riding up on you trying to take your crypto for violating sanctions put in place to curb the trucker protests in the country. This is actually very sad to see, simply because every time we've talked about regulators, they've always come in and tried to basically regulate something that's already happened. They're not innovative at all. So they're just coming afterwards and say, "Oh, no, we need to regulate this." And this is coming from the Ontario Securities Commission. They sent the tweets to the police because it believed that the crypto executives were offering advice on how to evade the sanctions of funds. Wow. This is hilarious to see because, as we said here, they've ordered all regulated financial institutions, including crypto exchanges, to cease trading and freeze the assets of designated persons involved in the trucker protests, as well as 34 associated crypto wallets. I mean, good gracious, this is as nefarious as it gets. People, no keys, no cheese. Make sure you self-custody, get off of these wallets, because as we're seeing here, these regulators are trying to clamp down on every on-ramp they can.
I mean, again, what's really crazy about this is that it's not even a secret no more. They're going out of their way saying that, yeah, like self-custody is going to become illegal, people.
Yeah.
having your own private wallet will become illegal. They're essentially trying to make it so that you have to have a crypto bank account. You have to do it this way, or you're a crazy criminal. You're only trying to make terrorism grow and all the other bad stuff in between. Again, it makes no sense, but I mean, the bottom line, the reason why they're probably doing this more than anything is for the reasons we always see. And that's
from here on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved. No blackjack, no dope deals, no nothing. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
All right, shout out to Alec. I see what he's saying. I think I fixed the soundboard problem. You have to mute it when it actually goes. So I fixed it, but I can't hear it now. So I just got to look at the thing when it's clear, it's clear. Alec was like, you might want to start getting some headphones. I was like, I can't do it. I can't go. You see these floaters? I ain't trying to hide these floaters out here. What's going on? All right. In conjunction with that story, frozen Bitcoin tied to Canadian protests lands at Coinbase and crypto.com. That's right. The situation shows the limitations of a government's ability to thwart transactions on decentralized systems, but also the limitations of those systems to circumvent such sanctions. Not really. Those systems still did circumvent the sanctions. It's just that they circumvent them at a centralized exchange where they're not supposed to be circumventing that. So I disagree. They're not really limitations. But one thing I will also add to it, not only is the ability that this is actually working, but that, again, Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and some others in the space are pseudo-anonymous. They're not fully anonymous, as people say. They can be tracked. You can see here is being tracked. Then something that Bitcoin Zay actually brought up last week, though, what this does, as they're trying to track it, and they're trying to say, this, because specifically they would say, if you're trying to protest this Canadian truckers or the government or whatever, then this crypto should be red line, right? We shouldn't use it. It's going to be bad. This is bad crypto. Well, that is going to fuck with the fungibility. You talked about this last week. So what's going on with this story? And what is the negative effects of identifying cryptocurrency or Bitcoin that should be frozen when it comes to the overall market of Bitcoin in itself?
Oh, yeah. So a CoinDesk review of the public ledger shows that 4 small portions of the roughly 20 Bitcoin that was raised, about 0.14 Bitcoin each, ended up at 2 exchanges, Coinbase and crypto.com. It's not clear whether the funds were cashed out for fiat or frozen at those platforms. But what you need to understand is that if anybody tries to cash out these funds on Coinbase or crypto.com and they freeze it or they stop it or they keep you from being able to do it, they've already done this before, but it was 7 years ago and nobody remembers. But
yeah, it's going to be a bad look.
If they do it this time, they're going to have to deal with the political shitstorm that's going to come. Because I don't care who you are, even if you're a beginner, you have to look at Coinbase and crypto.com sideways if they freeze funds on their exchange for a customer.
Which they will.
They will do it. And I can't wait because that's going to kick off what I always said. There's going to be a Black Swan event that kicks off the medium of exchange era. It's not going to be quick. It's not going to take, a couple months. It'll take some time. But to kick it off, people are going to start to realize you need a circular economy in order to receive Bitcoin and then spend it on things so that you don't necessarily have to go back to fiat. And that's what I think is about to start happening in Canada and around the world, because one of the biggest arguments against Bitcoin is people receive it in other countries, they can't do anything with it. Well, what happens when businesses who support the protest say, well, we'll accept Bitcoin? Yeah, we'll accept it too. And you start to have this circular economy. So it'll be interesting to see. I can't wait, especially with I've seen some of the criticisms of the protest. So I saw somebody say honk honk stands for Heil Hitler. What? I was like, man, they are going all out trying to kill this protest. I was like, they pulling out all the stops at this point. If you want to piss some people off, if you want to make it so that people are against it, bring up racism, bring up something with Hitler, or bring up the Nazi flag or something, and everybody will get mad and forget what the actual protest is for. So they're getting pushed back, and the same thing with money. Just cancel their accounts, but this can't happen with Bitcoin.
What I hate about that when they're bringing up all these people, again, this is technology. It doesn't care, right? The way it's being used might care, but like the technology, and what I hate about it is like, I always use this example. If the devil himself were to say, you need water to live, you still need to drink water to live. It don't matter if the devil told you. You can't be like, no, I ain't gonna drink your water now because the devil said it. All right, well, die. Like, you know what I mean? So it's the same thing. It's like, oh, well, Nazis, honk honk, or racism this or black this or that. It's like, great. It's people using this technology for evil things. That doesn't mean the technology sitting by itself is evil. It's just technology. It can be used how you want it to. So like you said, this is a non-starter that they even bring this up in the stories. I'm not sure why they bring it up again, unless they do want people to kind of look at it and be like, hey, I'm not with it anymore. Let's see. Chappie said Black Panther dropped today in BB. Let's see. Satoshi Slim said just missed the last 5 minutes because workers don't get this. Is my crypto time. Damn it. Hilarious. What's going on? Trek 64 ECG. What else we have? Larry Ann, good morning. Finn, good morning. Chemo and crypto. The bird is the word. Richard Johnson, I am using Farrago. I'm using Farrago. Let's see what else we have going on. All right, Alex said it sounded good. There we go, Alex. We gotta mute it. I got muted on this side. I just can't hear it. Let's see. They broke the law by doing so, but are looking at them for one. Okay. Chemo Crypto said, love how Trudeau posted a video last night about how Canada will help aid Ukraine from authoritarian Russia while their citizens are being locked out of their finances.
Oh, yeah. Take it. Hilarious, bro. That was a hilarious press conference. And if you watch this press conference, who was that lady in the back that's always twitching? I don't know if that's an actual issue, but it seems like they realize they're doing some nefarious stuff. You know what I mean? At this point, how are you trying to say y'all are coming out against Ukraine? I mean, think about this, people. Last month, most people had nothing to do with Ukraine.
Bro, you ain't do it. I was about to do it. Listen, you know I was going to go there.
I don't even think people have uttered the word Ukraine.
We got Facebook Ukraine pictures now, right?
Exactly. And then now we're supposed to care about Ukraine all of a sudden. No, they care about Ukraine. This is a business. All war is business decisions. This has
you know what it sounds like to me, bro? And I don't want to get involved with it. And everyone listening, let me preface it because I know our dry humor you take as serious all the time. These are just jokes, man. I'm just joking. But this is how I feel about it now that I told you it's a joke. Why don't white crime? I mean, they need to solve that problem in their community, man. Like, don't let this splurge over to the entire world, all right? It sounds like it's a lot of white or white crime happening on that side of the country. Hey, go back home where they from, all right? I don't got time for that over here, all right? We some good, hardworking American citizens. We don't do all this violence and this crime and invasion of countries and people who look like you. Where do they do this? I think there's a white on white crime problem in the world today. You see that, Ben Shapiro? You see how easy it is for that, Ben Shapiro? You don't want to have these type of debates with your boy.
Oh, yeah.
What's I hate when people talk about black on black crime, bro. I'm like, black on black crime? What black people in America didn't fought a fucking war?
Exactly. Yeah, let's start a world war and then maybe you can start talking about it. But
there's no such thing. There's no such thing. Listen, we over here debunking all types of shit with crypto over here. All right. Like I said, it's all jokes. I ain't got nothing to do with the Ukrainians. But hey, listen, sounds like it's gonna be a tough Wednesday to me over there. All right. Look, and for my Ukraine friends, you know I love y'all. So do I, my Russian friends, which is why I'm not picking sides. I have Russian friends and Ukraine friends. I don't know what the hell going on over there. I do know every time there's an issue with money here in the U.S., we always bring up Russia and Ukraine. I will say that. So,
hey, somebody said something funny. Shannon, do they even know where Ukraine is on the map? Yeah, that's gonna be my question. Anytime somebody brings up Ukraine or brings up the war, I'm gonna be like, point it out on the map right now. Right. Show me exactly where it's at, and then maybe we can have a discussion. I don't even know where Ukraine is really. I just know it's past Russia.
I know it's low. I think it's northwest of Russia. Jables B said, I'm white and I agree. I'm staying over here. You know exactly. Al John said, baby Biden working for Ukraine oil. Listen, people, look, don't get me started. All right. If you've seen some of our old episodes, I'm telling you, the missing Bitcoin has a direct relation to Syria, Ukraine, and Russia. I can't figure out exactly how it happened, who did it, but one of them over there put somebody money who shouldn't have been in the crypto. They try to get it out by way of a hack is what I'm assuming. And this went to shit ever since then. It ain't just been the same since then, but who knows? All right, let's see. What else do we have going on? Crypto is not criminal. That is right. The U.S. Secret Service is stepping. Like, this is what I'm talking about. The war is won, people. The Secret Service is talking about cryptocurrency. Like, this is crazy. The Secret Service intends to combat the illicit use of digital assets and provide public awareness information according to its educational website. Again, before we get started, I just have to say the obvious. You haven't been able to do that with the traditional monetary system or the US dollar. So I am not sure, outside of additional funding and you all being able to make money, why you will want to do anything with cryptocurrency. Here's the thing, people. Digital, like Bitcoin blockchain, or blockchains in general, if you just want to throw it out there. NFTs, non-fungible tokens, Web 3.0, DeFi, altcoins, STOs, ICOs, like all of this new technology is difficult to understand. It is a learning curve on it all. It takes time to learn, to understand, and to actually apply it. With that being said, why would you hire the same people who haven't been able to control or navigate or regulate the traditional market we have had our entire lives and our parents' lives? They haven't been able to do anything with that. Criminals are still criminal and everything's still going to shit. But they're saying, hey, in this new, more technologically advanced market that's even more difficult to understand, let's come over here, even though we failed over here. Let's come over here and try to do the same thing. It just waste, fraud, and abuse of taxpayers' money. I want to throw that out there and be clear about that. Waste, fraud, and abuse. But again, this is a Secret Service. It looks like the United States Secret Service has launched a cryptocurrency awareness hub featuring a cheesy public service announcement video. The educational tool seeks to combat the illicit use of digital assets, as well as provide public awareness information on digital asset security and how to ensure it remains secure. I'll tell you how it's going to ensure it remains secure. Today, they might give you the real answer. Tomorrow is make sure Coinbase.com and Crypto.com has it locked away. But if you want to watch this video, I haven't seen it yet. How long is it? It's 1 minute and 9 seconds. Oh, man, they got yachts. You know, they talking about some money laundering. Look, whenever the United States got a yacht on a video, on an educational video, you know they talking about some money laundering. Let's take a quick peek at this video, see what it looks like.
Power and influence. The motivation behind financial crimes since the days of Billy the Kid and Al Capone. As the nature of crime evolves, so do the tools and methods used by criminals, desperate to stay
victims.
They're fun.
All over.
Gone are the days of outlaws on horseback and gangsters in fedoras. The Secret Service is now the primary agency investigating the illicit use of digital assets.
And we stand ready.
And we stand ready.
And we stand ready to safeguard the next generation.
They stand ready to take down a 19-year-old hacker. Oh, man. All right. First of all, why is the Secret Service? So, yeah, I say what I said. It's waste, fraud, and abuse. Why is the Secret Service? Weren't they supposed to be protecting the president? Ain't y'all supposed to be stopping motherfuckers throwing shoes at people? What you doing over here in crypto? I don't get it. Is there a digital office of the Secret Service? Is there a computer training program I was lost upon? I literally thought White House down or whatever it's called. Like Olympus is falling. Go protect the fucking president. What are you doing in digital assets? What's going on in this story, Bitcoin Zay?
Oh yeah, you want to know what's going on with this story? Because I don't forget anything. Let's take a look at this really quick. Hold up. Yep. Yeah, let me pull this out. I don't forget anything. And a lot of the times that's a gift and a curse. But for this point, it's a gift. Fed's $3 billion Bitcoin seizure tied to corrupt federal agents. Who are these agents, you say? One of them just
I forgot all about it. Bring that up.
Just so happened to be Sean Bridges, who works for the Secret Service.
So they stealing Bitcoin. They've been stealing Bitcoin since 2013.
Since 2013, and y'all trying to protect us now. No, what happened is they got a bunch of Bitcoin, and now they're trying to protect it and show you that. Because again, safeguarding your digital assets. How are you safeguarding it and you stole $3 billion? Get out of here. I don't care if it was one individual. He represents the Secret Service, and if one individual from the Secret Service is doing this, I know he's not the only one. That's almost as dumb as thinking that Tim Donaghy was the only ref that cheated in the NBA. No, that doesn't happen in a vacuum. One person doesn't do that.
Hey man, what's called committed suicide, man. All right, Epstein committed suicide.
Yeah, exactly. So did the other dude that just he suicided himself. But it's funny because we have stories like this that are ingrained in my brain, and then they come out later and they say, oh, we're helping safeguard your digital assets. No, you're not. You're trying to figure out more ways of control. And again, that was a very cringy commercial. They never get it right when it comes to commercials. So that is hilarious to see, but we don't forget. That's why I think people know we are a valuable source, because we've been around so long. Most people, the rebrand, that's all it is. Secret Service rebrand. They went from stealing Bitcoin to now we're safeguarding your digital assets. Get the fuck out of here. And then nobody knows what happened with that $3 billion. It's confiscated, but nobody knows where it's at now. So again, this is just disheartening, again, as I love to say, because it just shows, again, if you weren't around to see what I just showed before, you actually might think they are safeguarding cryptocurrency. Not at all. Don't fall for it.
It's crazy. Again, this is Secret Service. I mean, essentially, this is what you do, folks, to have your way about in this country. Just get a bunch of people with guns. Hey, again, like literally, let's get with some little sign-up forms. Give me a sign-up form. Give me like 50,000 people pledge their guns and watch some laws change overnight. But no, actually, we're not going to do it anymore. It's crazy though. When it comes to Canada, some of the things going on in the United States, what this is all setting the stage for, which is seriously the scary thing, is that you're like, forget being treated like a criminal. They're about to elevate this to treating you like you're committing treason if you don't tell them how much Bitcoin or crypto, whatever you have, when it comes to these federal agencies. So it's crazy to see, but I mean, this is them with their overreach. Friendly Neighborhood Crypto Dad says, as a former Fed, trust me, if you got Bitcoin, they want to know, especially doing their financial disclosure. It's crazy. Next World Leader says, side questions going on Shannon. Are we going to be able to get King to stay down in Miami for Bitcoin Week or NFT Week? Is lit down here next month. Hey, one of these platforms pay me. If not, probably not. It's the giving season again. We back in the real year. Hey, you know, you gotta stay in LA, make the LA pay. But no, let me know what's up with it. I'll try to come down and get some business going. Let's see. Mexican senator to propose crypto law. We need Bitcoin as legal tender. We need it. We need it. Indira Campos, a senator representing the Nuevo Leon state in Mexico, is working on a crypto bill based on El Salvador's Bitcoin law. Precedent has been set. Amid El Salvador reporting on cases of the positive impact of the country's Bitcoin adoption, a government official in Mexico has once again urged that the country should follow El Salvador's example on Bitcoin. Indira Campos, a senator representing Nuevo Leon state, is confident that Bitcoin should be legal tender in Mexico because its adoption could potentially drive global financial inclusion. And you want to talk about criminals. The fact that the cartels aren't openly using cryptocurrency like that and Bitcoin, like it clearly is not for the criminals, because I mean, what better use case than the entire cartel structure, every cartel being like, guess we're using Monero moving forward. Like, and I'm not telling them to do that, because one of the things I would say that I guess, who was the one who just had a lawsuit we were talking about earlier? Was it the Canadian one with the frozen Bitcoin? It's essentially, I can't even think of it off the top of my head, but you remember the story we had where the guy was telling the North Korean leaders, or like, he went to North Korea for like a Bitcoin and crypto conference, and they say you're teaching them how to money launder?
Oh, nah, I can't. Yeah.
Oh, that was a guy who got arrested years ago. I can't even think of it. But to me, it kind of ties into the story you just said earlier, where they're like, oh, if you're telling people to use self-hosted wallets, you're essentially money laundering. Like, that was the same thing the U.S. prosecuted a guy. I forgot his name. The U.S. prosecuted a guy years ago for that same reason. But my point is, what if they start going after other people in politics and regulators who are on the side of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency? What if this guy in Mexico, Indira Campos, or the senator in Mexico, they say, hey, you are essentially trying to help terrorists. This is treason. You want to go on this digital standard instead of using our Mexican peso. Like, this is crazy. But what else is going on with Mexico's push to Bitcoin?
Oh, yeah. Well, it looks as though the senator that was named here is developing a crypto bill based on El Salvador's Bitcoin law. What did we tell you? As soon as one country does it, a bunch of other ones are going to follow behind. And I love this quote from him. He went on to say that Bitcoin adoption is a historic opportunity for countries around the world to address issues like inequality and achieve financial inclusion. He stated, we need Bitcoin to be legal tender in Mexico, because if it is not so, if we do not make that decision as El Salvador did, it is very difficult to take action. And that is what we've been saying as far as individuals, corporations, countries, it doesn't matter. At some point, you're going to realize we need Bitcoin as legal tender to, at the very least, combat against some of the bigger international monetary fund crimes, some of the exorbitant loans with high interest rates that you can never pay back. This is what's keeping most countries under their thumb, is that whoever controls the money controls the people. And once people realize that, these countries start saying, hey, we got Bitcoin on our balance sheet. Hey, we need to use Bitcoin as well. It's over for these big money cartels. It's literally over. And this quote right here is great as well. It's clear to me that financial exclusion is one of the public problems that few of us have addressed with feasible alternatives, and that this type of technology is allowing us to generate an alternative so that millions of people can be included in the financial system. And that's one thing Reggie always talks about, is the most important thing is access to markets. Most people don't even have access to markets. And I believe Bitcoin is one way for that to happen. And we'll see how it proceeds, because again, like I said, after El Salvador, all of these countries are coming. And we already talked about Ricardo Salinas Pliego, a Mexican billionaire who has at least 10% of his wealth.
Oh, that is right. He might be behind the push on the low.
He might be. I mean, he's third richest man in Mexico, and he has 10% of his wealth in Bitcoin. He talks about all the time how they need Bitcoin. So might be the push they need. I would love to see it, because there's any group of people like my ex-girlfriend was Mexican, as you know, King. They are very cash based. Her entire family is extremely cash based. Like they don't believe in banks that much. They don't care about banking industry. But they're the most cash rich people probably in the country, and converting that into Bitcoin could keep them from losing their value year over year. So they're prime to be able to make this happen. Hopefully they do. Shout out to my Mexican people out there.
Hey, there we go. All right, and here before we leave real quick, here's a story I just wanted to bring up. And again, it's the government being the government. I'm not mad, just pointing this out. So today's story, regulator in Canada warns crypto exchanges not to promote self-custodial wallets, right? Here it is. The Ontario Securities Commission sent the tweets to the police. Again, how are you grown sending tweets to the police? Like if they were to tweet, I'm gonna come find you and your family and do all this damage and negative stuff to you. Okay, I got it. Like let's get the boys involved. But you are sending tweets about digital value, the way a person can hold their value digitally to the police. Like you talking about taking away from fires and emergencies or wherever else out there. Like it's literally somebody door getting kicked in, somebody being pinned to the ground, somebody need real help. But no, the Ontario Securities Commission are going to call out and use police manpower and woman power for digital assets, for people leaving their value online instead of using the paper money that the government is forcing other humans to use. Like when you really break it down like that, bro, this is super psycho. Like some adult humans are calling other adult humans for help on other adult humans because they are trying to get people to keep their value digitally instead of the forced paper that's being forced down them by other humans. Like this.
In the words of Crip Mac, these are some custers out here.
You know what I mean? Like it doesn't get more psychotic than that. But I just want to bring this up because again, the Ontario Securities Commission sent the tweets to police because it believed the crypto executives were offering advice on how to evade the sanctions on funds, according to a report. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is because I do think, hey, this is hot off the press. This is CBDC right now. I think this is going to be one of the attack vectors of crypto. We keep trying to figure out how people are talking about supercomputers and hacks and that. No, what if it's your government saying you committed treason? And if you don't stop whatever the hell you're saying, we're going to move forward pressing you. Like literally, what if that's what it is? Look at this story from 2019. This is from December 3rd, 2019, when this story first broke. They actually ended up arresting the guy. I think he's still in jail. I can't remember. We followed the story a couple of times. Yeah. But December 3rd, 2019, a U.S. citizen is accused of trying to help North Korea evade sanctions. That is right. It looks like a U.S. computer researcher who appeared in federal court in Los Angeles on that Monday was accused of advising North Korea how to use cryptocurrency to avoid sanctions, according to the United States Attorney's Office. Yeah, remember, it's Virgil Griffin. That's what it was. Virgil Griffin, 36, who lived in Singapore, was arrested at the L.A. International Airport after they said he was trying to help North Korea evade sanctions. He said, hey, I was just at North Korea at a crypto conference, and I was just talking about different ways to use it. It looks like in order to deliver a presentation and technical advice on using cryptocurrency and blockchain technology to evade sanctions, that's what the International Emergency Economic Powers Act is accusing him of violating. But again, Virgil came back out and was like, hey, I just attended the conference. I got paid to attend the conference, or I didn't get paid, whatever, but I just attended the Bitcoin and crypto conference. And as it says here, his segment was actually called Blockchain and Peace. Something the United States definitely don't like to hear. Peace? Wait, we ain't getting no war money. Peace. We're not getting no money from prisoners. And you trying to get people off the dollar? Oh, that sounds like treason if I've ever heard it. But again, this guy, at the time, he faced 20 years in prison. I can't exactly remember. We got to pull it back up for some of the updates. But this is, I think, the angle. This is the second time we're seeing this. The United States did it successfully. Canada did it successfully. And even so, if even what they're doing in Canada and this Virgil guy was true, and again, I'm an American citizen. I don't want no other country to have an edge on us and start bombing us and killing us. No. But even what they said was true. Like, what? You trying to arrest a dude because he's telling a country about tech, like stuff you can find on the internet?
Hey, man, being devil's advocate, that's what you get for talking about Ethereum.
Hey, for real. That's really what it was right there. It wasn't even the Bitcoin talk. It was
Ethereum talk. Oh,
hey, he dumped somebody bag by mistake. They was like, oh, we can't. Hey, can't have that shit right there.
Yeah, that I don't like that shit.
Hey, you know how the game goes. The United States is basically like,
From here on, nothing goes down unless I'm involved. No blackjack, no dope deals, no nothing. A nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
had to do it twice today. Look, it's the bottom line is the U.S. wants its taste. If it's not getting it, it's gonna get angry. Honestly, we need to treat the United States government like gods, bro. Instead of like doing these type of shows where we like point out the obvious corruption and all this stuff, like let's not even get mad at the government no more, folks. Like literally once a month, let's just have like, I mean, we already kind of do it when it taxes, but I guess taxes isn't enough. Just have like a big sacrifice to the American government every month. Like, hey,
everybody bring your firstborn or your dog.
Your firstborn, your dog, or one of your Bitcoin and crypto wallets every month, same day. U.S. government, we are sorry, we don't know what we did today, but please allow us to be as free as we can. Like, all right, with that, what do you have for everybody?
Let's see. Oh, I wanted to highlight this really quick for some people that were talking about it in the chat about Kodak Black. Did you hear about this?
Oh yeah, I did see Jake. Shout out Jake P. Reach out in the chat. Yeah, well, didn't Drake just win $20 million in Bitcoin off a bet?
Yeah, something like that, I think. But yeah, 300K is probably nothing to him as far as Bitcoin goes. But yeah, Kodak Black has some Bitcoin now, and I just think it's crazy that there are hip hop artists and musicians and entertainers and all these type of people that are in the market, but you don't hear about it until they do something like this. That's what I was just trying to explain to people. With us being in LA, we already know most of the industry has Bitcoin because it's mostly why not. I've always said there's two types of people that enter the market: people who too poor to care or too rich to care. And usually when you're on that too rich to care side, you got to have at least a little bit of Bitcoin just based off of the network effect. But I thought it was interesting. Kodak Black, #1 song in America. They're talking about he has Bitcoin now. So yeah, that should be interesting to see. But again, we also yesterday talked about a bunch of entertainers who got sued. Jake Paul, who else? Floyd Mayweather, who else? Who was promoting Safe Moon. So it goes both ways, but I can tell you most of these people in this industry definitely have Bitcoin. So it's not going anywhere. I can tell you that right now.
There it is. It definitely isn't going anywhere. And speaking of totally unrelated people, for those who are still in this traditional system thing, they're going to make it. And really quick, I got to talk about the real estate thing. In the chat, I am putting a link. I want to give one more quick shout out to the Right Stream team. They reached out. They felt like, hey, they didn't see enough comments on the video as far as what people thought of it. I said, hey, we'll push it one more time. So this one isn't even a promoted one, but we said we'll throw it out there. We did a Right Stream review. We put that in the chat. If you all want to check it out, please check it out. Leave comments and let that team know what you like or dislike about their project. They seem to be very interested. Hey, we're all about following projects and project teams who are going to be in this space. But again, yeah, make sure you get their social security and where they live at too, just in case. But check that out. One of the things I was going to say before we ended is you know, you're talking about the Kodak Black thing, the real estate. So somebody came on, of course, talking about how real estate's outpacing and stuff. I literally just saw a house going up in Raleigh for like $250K. And I guess what the issue of real estate is all these people leaving Los Angeles and New York and they're buying these houses for cash. Because of course to buy like a $250K house in LA is like $2 million easy. And whereas there's other places. So I only say all that to say, again, for people still on the fence or you have family still on the fence about diversification and stuff like that, like you should really look at becoming a stakeholder in Bitcoin and some of these other ecosystems in the space because the money is only going to keep being worth less. Like that's being proven right now. The money will continuously be worth less. There has been no point so far, and correct me if I'm wrong, Zay, we can be like, oh yeah, you remember in 2010, the dollar was worth more than it was in 2000. You remember in 1980, the dollar was worth more than it was in 1960. Like that's not happening, people. That is not happening. So for all those looking to buy houses, get into different markets, diversify in traditional markets, I say you should be diversifying in crypto and Bitcoin first at this point before you even get to the regular market. Because again, some of these headlines to me are absolutely hilarious, to say the least. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? I'm like, what? That's all you got to do to flood the market over there? Other than that, I don't think we have anything. Make sure you check out that masterclass if you haven't. Bitcoin's last word.
Nothing for me. Have a good Wednesday. I believe Biden is going to give his speech on crypto regulation today. So watch out for that. Ooh. It's a Wednesday, people. You know, that's when the regulators come out.
Take your money off the exchanges before he do. And remember,
you didn't lose. Everyone, listen up. You didn't lose your money. Now, you have your... Technically, you kind of lost your money.
Cheers.
Shout out to